What makes a book unforgettable? It's not just the words. It's the imagination, the spark, the creativity that brings every page to life. Whether you're writing fiction, nonfiction, or children's stories, creativity is what sets your book apart. In this episode, Susmita, CEO of Global Book Publishing, sits down with author Stacy Rae, who shares how she added powerful creativity into her book and how you can too.
Being a cookbook author, creativity is the most critically important thing. And I'm sure you would agree. Because with cookbooks, you have to be creative. So how do you manage that creativity flowing in your books?
I almost can't stop it, Sush. I mean, honestly, I am prolifically, wildly, goofy, creative. That's why I write, is because I need to express my creativity. So I write songs that I don't have music to. It is poetry or romantic stuff, and I write scripts that, are all these scenes of things that I have imagined have happened or could happen. So I just have so much imagination that way. And of course the books, but I'm just really creative that way. It's a blessing and a curse, because it's like I can't get it all out sometimes. So that's just me. That's
totally amazing. It's like,
Isn't it?
have that creativity flowing in you in every vein of yours. So that's like, and that is why it is important. A lot of us are creative, but we do not utilize it to its potential. So when you say, and I love the fact that you mentioned that I write, and that's what, creativity is always there in us. It's just that some of us recognizes that factor and some of us just don't feel like, okay, we aren't that creative enough. What would be your advice to aspiring authors, Stacy?
Well, a lot of people aspire to write, myself included, and everybody says, oh, I have a book inside of me. Oh, I could write a book about this. Oh, I really need And I said, well, what are you doing about it? And they just said, well, I have all these thoughts and I'm thinking. And I said, well, you can't write unless you write. So you have to write down your thoughts and your feelings. And even some of my clients who are still incarcerated, they want to write a book when they get out about their experiences and how they help defend other people in there. Like they're like lawyers in there, And so they go, I'm going to write a book when I get out. And I said, well, what are you doing about it? And they just said, well, I don't know. I can't do that much. And I said, you can do a lot. I said, you need to write your feelings down. You need to keep, outlines of what you're doing. You need to write down all the things you want to write about. I said, how are you ever going to remember this when you get out of prison? And they said, well, I just don't know how to organize it. And I said, get a piece of paper and a pencil and put it by your bed. And, every time you think of something, write it down, So, and they said, yeah, it just seems so overwhelming. And I said, I understand. Recently, I saw this quote from Nelson Mandela, and it says, it always seems impossible until it's done. And that's how I feel about writing a book.
Your book deserves to stand out, and you have the creativity to make that happen. Start playing with your creativity today. Until then, happy writing.